theme park ride or pure entertainment? There are impressive fight sequences between Deadpool and Wolverine. It stars Hugh Jackman, who you may know from sophisticated and intricate films such as Les Miserables, The Greatest Showman. New actor who you may not have heard of before, Ryan Reynolds, that little bit extra fizz of story. Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Tom Marshall Media Podcast. Today we're going to take a look at Deadpool and Wolverine. I am a little bit late to the party. I realise this. I'm just catching up on a whole load of films that came out earlier this year. This was one of them, and it was a really, really good film. We're going to get into it in a minute, but I'd just like to say thank you. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. On another note, the channel is growing faster and faster and going up in the right direction. Right now, we're holding 27 subscribers. Also, got over 2,000 views across all the videos, which is wild to think that anyone is watching this. So thank you very much for your support. We're going to get into it. Deadpool and Wolverine. So yes, today we are going to be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine. We're going to look into the cast and the crew. It is directed by Sean Levy, who you may know from Real Steel, Free Guy, and the Adam Project, and also Stranger Things as well. I believe he's heavily involved in that with producing and also directing a few episodes as well. So very, very good choice in director. In fact, he has actually worked with both Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in the past in those films I've just mentioned, which is where that connection comes from. So very good match for this film. It stars Hugh Jackman, who you may know from sophisticated and intricate films such as Les Miserables, The Greatest Showman, X-Men, the original with Patrick Stewart and all that lot. So, slumming it with Ryan Reynolds, someone's got to do it. It also stars an up-and-coming new actor who you may not have heard of before. Ryan Reynolds. He's made films like Definitely Maybe. Also made films such as The Proposal and a superhero film called Green Lantern. There's a good couple of films there. He's done all right. I'm joking. Settle down. Just a joke. It also stars Emma Corrin, who I believe is in The Crown and has done a whole load of other stuff as well, but most notably The Crown. And also Matthew McFadden, who you may know as Tom in Succession. And so hugely popular TV shows, both from Emma Corrin and Matthew McFadden. So very, very good cast. Also has a few surprise cast members in this as well, which I won't spoil if you haven't seen it already. So it's got some very, very good people, very good cameos later on in the film. So yeah, good cast. So this is a Marvel production. So as you would expect, it comes with a hefty price tag. I believe the budget for this film is estimated to be around $200 million. And you can see where all the money was spent in this film. Yeah, and it's definitely visible up on the screen, which is good. It made in the box office $1.3 billion. Billion with a B. How mad is that? Deadpool and Wolverine made 1.3 billion. Wild. So, this story is about how Deadpool basically has to save the entire universe from crumbling within. A man named Paradox, which is Matthew McFadden's character, from the TVA, intends to wipe out the universe because Wolverine from a different universe has died and can't survive without him and is causing all this chaos and basically wants to cut this universe from existence, destroying it. The film opens up with Deadpool in a different universe, the universe from the film Logan, and digging out his grave and doubting that Wolverine is actually dead, only to discover his skeletal remains and being very, very disappointed. The TVA track Deadpool down to this universe and attempt to basically try and bring him in. But Deadpool, being Deadpool, doesn't bow down to anyone and actually basically beats the living crap out of them and does so to the beat of Bye 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 in this choreographed dance sequence, and it is pretty insane the amount of stuff that he does, basically using Logan's remains as a weapon, killing everyone in his path. Paradox asks Deadpool to help him fix the problem, sending him on an adventure across the universe to find different Wolverines to help sort of replace the one that has died and hopefully ensuring the safety of that universe, cancelling it out essentially and saving the world. Theme park ride or pure entertainment? Question mark. Well, actually, I think it is a little bit of both. Um, I believe this film is totally watchable and makes for a good addition to the franchise. Does fit in well with the other films. There are impressive fight sequences between Deadpool and Wolverine. Um, One especially in this beat up old car in the void. However, this is a big however. What I did feel is that it lacked this final ingredient, and that is story. Deadpool is pretty much someone who does exactly what he wants and doesn't really sort of conform to anybody or bow down to anybody. For example, not wanting to join the X-Men in the first two films, and in the previous two films, he had like real life issues to deal with. That were his motivations to basically carry on. For instance, cancer in the first film and the death of his girlfriend in the second film, as well as helping sort of Cable with his family. That really sort of helped and gave you that reason for being his wife. Every character in a film has to have a reason why they're there to help push the story forward, and also what what's their motivation, what is their reason for doing what they're doing. Whereas in this film, I couldn't really figure it out. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what he wanted or why. What I did enjoy was the journey he takes through the multiverse, encountering all the different Wolverines and also Cavalrine. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That was particularly a cool moment. I remember watching that at the cinema, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." Um, I also enjoyed the fact that they teamed up with some familiar heroes that you may recognize when you go and watch this film. I believe it's no secret now, but I still won't spoil it for you. But basically, some returning Marvel superhero characters return for this, and it's a pretty cool team up. They have a big sort of final showdown at the end in the void, which is pretty good as well. It was joke after joke after joke after joke, laugh a minute. But as I rewatched it for the second time in preparation for this, I couldn't help but think I needed just that little bit more from this. Deadpool definitely seemed like an hour-long Deadpool comedy special. That's what it felt like to me. A drastic change in character demeanor as well. Like I said earlier, I couldn't figure out what he wanted. I didn't like the fact that he sort of easily bowed down to the TVA as he did. Yes, they are a powerful entity and stuff, but still, that wouldn't really sort of stop someone like him. Even after when he initially does try to, he still sort of ends up back at the TVA and ends up ultimately doing the work of Paradox in the end. And you just think, oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but perhaps it's because I've been lately drawn to more story driven stories, or maybe my palette has increased and become more sophisticated, and more intricate storytelling is what I'm looking for right now. Or maybe I'm just older and I'm slightly growing up. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But for me, this film just needed that little bit extra fizz of story in there just to really sort of push it over the line and to really sort of give it that seal of approval. But don't get me wrong, this film is really, really good. I really did enjoy it. I did have a good time. You know, when I rewatched it in preparation for this, it was just I watched it in one sitting, done. And you know, it's an easy watch. You can delve in and out of it, which is good. But either way, I would give this film a solid 8 out of 10. The reason why it's not a 10 is for all the stuff that I just mentioned, that I just basically wanted more story. It definitely seemed like a theme park ride to me. It feel like uh, just pure entertainment, which is nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, I'm right now at a point in my life where I need something more when it comes to films right now. But that's just me. Let me know what you think about the film in the comments down below. Maybe if you felt the same way or you felt slightly differently about the film, please let me know. And that'd be cool. Get the conversation started on that. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I do videos on a Tuesday, Thursday, and on a Saturday, and we got some good stuff coming up later on. Some good reviews that I missed earlier in the year, like I said. So I'm playing some catch up right now, and yeah, so lots to look forward to, and I shall see you in the next video.